Hi, I'm Jamie. Welcome back to my kitchen. Today, let's see, how do I say that? Today we are going to be making what is technically pronounced Kouign Amann or Kouign Amann. Queen of Man? I don't know. In our house we call it Kooga Maan. Right. So I chose this recipe for today because my mom passed away like a year and a half ago, and she was known for she had so many cookbooks. That's all she did. She looked at cookbooks every single day, every day, like, not over exaggerating. She had giant bookshelf full of cookbooks in the kitchen. Then in the computer room there was more cookbooks, and then next to her side of the bed, the cookbooks that she was currently looking through. She was always writing in them. And when she passed, my siblings and I went through and each picked out whichever of the cookbooks we wanted. So one of the cookbooks, because I did get quite a few, one of the cookbooks I picked was this one, the Bake Off cookbook, because she had wanted this cookbook, and so my husband and I found it and bought it for her. And so I'm going, whenever I'm feeling depressed or sad, like, she was the only person that I could talk to that understood what I was going through and had empathy and wasn't judgmental and had really good advice. And I really miss her a lot. Anyways, so whenever I'm missing her, I kind of want to cook. And I looked through her cookbooks, and I found this recipe for the Kouign Amann. And here's how, hold on. It's this one that we're going to be making. And oh, my husband's calling, he can wait. Part of the reason I'm making this is because it only requires 5 ingredients: flour, yeast, salt, and butter and sugar. Water too, but I'm not counting that. It does take a while, but that's okay. We got a while. So let's get started. Starting off with 300 grams of flour. I'm gonna add yeast. I'm gonna do 5 grams of yeast. I'm gonna put it on the left side, and then a teaspoon of salt, and we're gonna put it on the right side. You want to make sure the salt and the yeast don't like touch each other, because the salt will kill the yeast and then it won't work. But you need salt in order for the yeast to really work. It's weird. Like, they don't get along when it's just the two of them, but when you add others to the group, like think of two girls in middle school. They can't stand each other, but once you get them in a group setting, they're okay with each other. Even though that's not really usually the case. Okay, now we have 200 milliliters of warm water. Make sure the water's not too hot, because once again, just like the salt, it's going to kill the yeast. You don't want it too cold, because then the yeast won't bloom. It's got to be almost perfect. So I broke my thermometer, and the world's too expensive to buy new ones right now. So I just checked the water temperature on my inside of my wrist. Okay. And then we're gonna just pour the melted butter. Basically, it's just dumping everything in here. You don't have to let the yeast proof or anything, at least according to the instructions. And then the water. Dough hook in, and we're gonna let this go. the instructions say mix it on slow speed for 2 minutes, and then you don't need to see that. Mix it on slow speed for 2 minutes, and then put it up to high speed for 6 minutes. So just kneading it inside. Knead as in K-N-E-E-D. Inside the bowl. All right, that's been going long enough. My brain can't handle the sound anymore. I'm gonna clean off the dough hook. All right, we're supposed to put it in an oiled bowl. I'm not gonna get another bowl dirty, and whatever. This is gonna be fine. Okay, now, oh, there's, hi. It was a blue jay. It was talking to me. I don't know what it was saying. Okay, so this is ready. This just gets put aside for an hour. Let's go over here and get the butter part ready. Okay, so we're supposed to pound out the butter, which is 250 grams of butter, into an 18 centimeter square. I just Googled it because I'm in America and we didn't learn those kind of conversions very easily. 18 centimeters is 7 inches, which that has a ruler on the side, and that's 7 inches. Perfect. I'm so lucky. Perfect. Like, no joke, that was perfect. Okay, so 7 inches-ish by 7 inches-ish. This is gonna go into the fridge because you want it to not be as soft as this is. You want it to be cold but pliable. So this is going into the fridge while the dough finishes rising. Okay, so it's been an hour. Now we are going to roll out the dough to a 20 by 20 centimeter square. Once again, I Googled that, and that equals just under 8 inches. So we're gonna make an 8-inch square and then put the butter inside and seal it up. Okay. The best kitchen tools, bench scrapers. I lost my really good bench scraper that folds really well to get things out of here. Or not folds, but bends. So we've got this one, it's a harder plastic. Ooh, that looks beautiful. This is really soft dough. You don't really need a rolling pin. You could just very carefully use your hands. I don't mind. I love it. Yeah. Now, the butter was in the fridge for like 45 minutes, and it did get nice and cool. And then I took it out 15 minutes before now so that it's like pliable but cold. That's a key. This is basically a croissant dough. We're basically making croissants. There's just one extra little step that we're gonna add sugar and then do it a little differently. But we're basically, like I said, making croissants. Croissant, when you make them, the butter has to be, and I've tried this so many times, has to be cold yet pliable. If it's too cold, it's gonna break when you fold it to roll it out. And if it's too warm, it's gonna melt and go into the dough. And you don't want either of that. So as you can see, the square is here, and we're gonna put the butter in like a diamond. We're gonna shine bright like a diamond. So, see what I mean? And then we're gonna fold these, put you back in the wrong spot. Okay. We're gonna fold these sides over so that it's gonna cover up all of the butter. You don't want the butter to leak out. And then we're gonna make sure we pinch all these together. Otherwise the butter is gonna melt out of it, and you don't want that. All right. This is a little too soft right now, so I'm gonna wrap it in more plastic wrap and put it in the fridge for a little bit so that the dough can get colder, and so that the dough can get as cold as the butter. And then we'll take it out and start doing the foldings and turnings. We're gonna put this on a plate so that it stays flat. You don't want it to get colder, bent, or crooked or anything like that. Oops. All right. So now that we got a big rectangle, we're gonna fold bottom third up and then the top third down. See? It's just like folding a piece of paper in thirds. Back in the fridge for 30 more minutes. Okay, time to roll it out and add the sugar. So we're just going to measure 100 grams of caster sugar. I also have a muffin tin. It says well greased with oil. So I've greased it very well with oil. Okay, oven is preheating at 425, but we are going to let this rest when we're done. Okay, so we're going to evenly distribute the sugar all over. That was not even. But I'm going to slide it around. I'm going to take the rolling pin and push it into the dough. Now we're taking the best kitchen tool and we're going to cut it into 12 equal-ish parts and then put it into the muffin tin and let it rise. Okay, it was supposed to be 12, but when I cut it into 12, they make rectangles, not squares. So I'm cutting those rectangles in half to make squares, so we're really gonna have 24. Okay. And then you just pick up the squares, each of the corners, like that, right in. Now we just cover them with the same plastic wrap. And we let them rise for 30 minutes. The other 12, I'm gonna do something else with. I don't know what. Look at these lovelies. Make sure you take these out of the pan within like 5 minutes or so, because if the sugar is melted, and if it cools down enough, it's gonna stick to the pan and it's gonna be a mess to make or to clean up. Look at those. Like, just listen. Super crispy. Oh, they smell so good. They're too hot to eat. They're gonna be delicious. I'm proud of myself. Okay, so that's it for tonight. Look at all of that. Just make sure it turns so you can see all that beautiful layers. Okay. Oh. Well, thanks for watching. Once again, if you've made it this far, if you've made it this far and you don't follow me, you should follow me. And if you've made it this far, could you share? That'd be nice if you share and tell other people to follow me and all that good stuff. Okay, bye. Ow, that was my face. Like, seriously. Okay, bye. Love you guys.